Ooh, what's up, Internet? My name is Lisan Al-Gaib.
And I'm Clarus.
And this is Dune, Part 3, the epic conclusion to a book series that continues long past whatever this movie does.
Yeah, they're definitely not going to get to everything that the books do, and the books do some weird shit, so maybe that's for the best.
Maybe that is for the best. Clarus, let's give a brief history of our enjoyment of Dune here before we get into the trailer. Part 1, Part 2, how'd you feel about them?
Part 1 is very pretty. I thought it was decent, which I know is a controversial opinion, but I do think it was a little self-indulgent, I guess.
Okay.
It had great moments, but it's good. It's good. Part 2 was great.
Yeah.
I quite enjoyed it. And it made Part 1 better in hindsight, but yes. I do think that movie still should stand on its own. So I'm excited for Part 3. I'm not like chomping at the bit for it, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm
mostly chomping at the bit for this because I think the cast is so incredible.
That's
like I'm
fair.
So excited to see Florence Pugh, your doppelganger Anya Taylor-Joy. I'm really excited for this. I will say I didn't know how to feel about the first one on its own.
Yeah.
I said in our review way back then, I was like, I need to see what they're doing with Part 2 to understand this vision of Dune.
Yeah.
And coming out of Part Dune, particularly the second viewing of it, because the first time we saw Dune Part 2, I was like just so overwhelmed because it's a lot and it's beautiful and it's just a great film. The second viewing really solidified. I was like, oh, I love this. And in hindsight, I love Part 1 a lot more.
Okay. Yeah.
Not more than Part 2. I think Part 2 is the better film, but as a whole, I really felt like Part 2 helped me understand what we were going for.
Yeah.
And so because I feel really sure in what they're going for now, I'm so excited for this as the continuation of the two films that we've gotten so far.
Yeah.
And for like our inevitable, hey everyone, we're doing the full Dune 3-part marathon, come over to the house day.
Yeah, like that's fun, especially because the movies go slow enough that you can like hang out and have snacks at the same time.
Let's watch this trailer.
Although I will say I hope that Timothée Chalamet fires his stylist.
I think he already did. I think that's...
Thank God.
No. I think that's why we ended up in this position.
Oh. Tragic.
For a second, I thought he was about to start humming the...
What will we name her?
Halo theme song.
Her name should be Ganima. She would need to be strong, like her mother.
They love that desert shot of Zendaya looking back.
What if it's a boy?
I would name him Leto. So he would have the wisdom of his grandfather.
Okay, sure. What a nice start to a romantic movie where nothing bad happens. There she is.
The more I fight, the more our enemies fight back.
Oh!
I'm doing the best.
Blonde Pattinson, okay.
Didn't know he was on.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah.
How did Father do it?
Your father never started a war.
I was like, you're not gonna get any louder? Okay, let me turn your mic up really quick. Go again. Damn. Duncan, Idaho, my man. This fucking sounds escape.
I'm not afraid to die. But I must not die. Yet.
Hell yeah. I'm surprised they're not calling it Messiah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real honest right off the jump here. Robert Pattinson looks far too pale to be in the desert.
I don't think he's from the desert. That's why.
I mean to be in the desert.
Just give him some SPF like 130.
SPF 1 billion.
You know, as a fellow pasty, I
As a
have
fellow
a
pasty.
few that I can recommend that I really like. Very lightweight.
Just picturing a like topless woman with just you and Robert Pattinson covering her nipples. The two pasties.
The two pasties, yes.
That looks sick, man.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, I definitely think this trailer was planned to come out with the idea that they were like, Timothy's gonna win, and there will be no controversy around Timothy. We're gonna put it out on Tuesday.
Roasting him alive right now, yeah.
They were like, if
That
we're gonna
must
do it
feel
right
weird.
after the Oscars when the love of Timothy Chalamet's never been higher. And then he decided to like call out our opera and ballet and then lose the award.
Yeah, and look like, I don't even know, like,
I didn't mind his Oscars outfit that much.
it's very...
All white.
It's very mediocre. It's honestly the facial hair choice that I think is absolutely tragic. The hair choice. The hair. Everything that was going on. I don't normally like follow like fashion stuff like this, but it came across my Threads feed and I was like, oh my. Oh goodness. But
You know who's dressed really good? The Heat Rivalry Boys.
oh yeah,
Connor and Hudson.
Please.
Ooh, those mesh shirts.
Please.
Also, Hudson's girlfriend, red carpet ready.
Oh,
She
I
looked
didn't-
good.
I don't think I saw her.
They're off, all three of them. Fantastic.
I will say, like, you know, the facial hair aside, that Timothy Chalamet has, I think, done a wonderful job in these movies so far.
Mm-hmm.
And as this world gets darker, somehow, is that possible?
You know what? Definitely is.
Definitely is.
Definitely is.
I'm excited to see how he... There was not a lot going on here in terms of dialogue, other than
No.
kind of between him and Zendaya.
Yeah.
Which was very well done. It was like a nice light moment to then have this kind of descent into like the soundtrack and like the violence of it all. I am looking forward to seeing his choices on how all this goes to his head.
Yeah.
Right?
How does he become...
Watching that downfall. Because it is tragic. In a lot of ways, like, I feel like they did a great job of making me root for him in the beginning, in part 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, and he's such a tragic hero at first.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole point of Dune is understanding how tragic backstories lead us to lift up people who, once they are lifted up, become the things that we hated, that, you know, cause their tragic backstories.
Yeah.
Right? There's so many times throughout history where a hero rises out of a burned village, becomes the leader of a militia group, and then once that militia group takes over, suddenly
We're burning
we're
villages.
tyrants again.
Yeah.
Right? We're burning villages, exactly. And, you know, Dune is just really, particularly Dune Messiah, is so about that, and about the, you know, ultimately corrupting influence of power. And
Yeah.
I think that really based on how the second movie ended, I do think that this team has a congealed idea of what that is, right? They're all on the same page about the fact that we are turning Paul into his villain era, which,
Yeah.
you know, and I'm so excited for that. I'm excited for this team to handle that. I think that they've handled this series with a lot of care in terms of the themes and the, you know, the meaning of it so far.
Yeah.
And I cannot wait for this. I thought that was beautiful.
Yeah.
And so many of the shots are just these gorgeous depictions of destruction. And it's so fascinating, like the Renaissance painting style of taking awful situations and making them visually stunning.
Yeah.
Because it has an impact. I think there's something about the human brain where if you turn tragedy into majesty, the tragedy hits harder.
It can, yeah.
Like, I think scale in art is such a useful tool. And the scale of these shots were just, when he's up there in front of the army at the end, like, it's just such a stunning shot. It reminded me very much of the end of episode 2 of Star Wars, Attack of the Clones, when you get the shot of Palpatine walking up onto the platform overlooking the armies of the clones. Now, obviously, it looks a lot better than that shot does because CGI's, come a long way.
Yeah.
But I remember being, what would I have been, like 11 when Attack of the Clones came out? And when I first saw that movie in theaters, my thought wasn't, oh, the CGI's bad. You know what I mean? My thought was like, oh no, Palpatine has a fucking army.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that to me was, it's one of those shots that the end of that movie lives in me, man. I think Attack of the Clones is not a good movie.
Hey.
It's not not one of the better Star Wars movies.
I will take it over the sequels any day. I would rather rewatch that. 100%.
I wouldn't. But
just for the fight
I would take it
scene.
over Rise of Skywalker.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think that, like, your comment about it being visually stunning is that it's a lot easier to look away from something that's ugly.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah.
making it beautiful holds your gaze, hopefully long enough that you reflect on it. Right?
I love that point. That's a great point, babe.
I mean, I just think that, like, it's why a lot of the art that has something to say and is successful in what it has to say also has beauty in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
Right? Like, there are so many, like, shots, like art that depicts tragedy.
Yeah.
But you look at it for longer and I think it sticks with you longer if there's something there that holds your eye.
Yeah. I think that's a great point to end on. That is beautiful. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you don't, hit the dislike button. Leave me the comments down below because the algorithm god is hungry and we must feed her this episode. That algorithm goddess is... Who? There is a bunch of great women in this movie. Gotta pick one.
Yeah.
Florence Pugh, Anya Taylor-Joy, Zendaya.
I know, there's some great ones. The Empress. Yeah.
The Empress? Oh, Florence Pugh.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Sorry, girl.
Yeah, sorry. There's been some great cosplays of you, though, so that's cool.
Don't marry men. That's what Dune is really about. Just don't marry men.
Yeah.
If you want to follow us on the internet, you can. I'm at Nerdy Nightly.
I'm at Clars Polaris.
Do something nerdy tonight.
Bye.
Bye.